Dali here. I'm back. Yes, welcome, Dali Talkers. Okay, so if you haven't seen this, I hope you haven't. But if you have, cool. I'm sure that you're going to enjoy watching it with Dali and I when Dali pops on. I think he's seen some of it, if not all. We are not going to talk right through this, right? So I'm going to be fairly quiet and only stop it every now and again to sort of catch up and regroup because it's that enthralling. I'll just pop it up on screen so you can see what it is that we're going to start watching. If you see, if you notice that you've seen it before, then you can comment. Let me just go bring it up. Here I am. All right. Does this ring a bell to anybody? Right? You have not seen this? Okay. Hi, Ma. Yeah, I caught you in a chat, in a comment section yesterday. Right. So this is currently just starting to go viral, right? So get ready, dudes. Like, I watched it yesterday and I was just like, what the fuck is going on? And then there is a little follow-up video from the day after, and then we get to see a little bit more context around it. So I'm not going to do spoilers. I'm not going to really say much. I'm just going to start it. When Dali pops in, I'll just pop him on the screen, and and I want to just say that this guy here on the left-hand side, the interviewer, he should have been a Fed, right? He missed his calling. But I will give you one little bit of background. Kind of like, you know, when you have those soap operas and stuff, and like a cop gets killed and in a line of duty, and then they say, oh, but he was just about to retire. This guy here, this interviewer, he's retiring this month. What a way to go out with this interview, right? What a way to go out. If there's some sort of medal of honor for interviewers, this guy should get it. Wow. All right. And yeah, I'll be in chat and I'll be talking and stuff, and then I'll stop it probably every, I don't know, maybe 5-8 minutes. The other goes for half an hour. And Dali, when he gets here, we can talk rather than just stopping and talking all over it. All right, let's go, guys. Where is it? Oh, there.
We'll get to the statement, but first we want to talk about the more recent event, actually the prior events and now the more recent events. Take me back to the summer of 2017. What happened to your parents?
My mother wrote me a note, which the police must have now, describing her walking across Whitehall Road, not Whitehall, Wolf Road, and she fell down on her face. And she had, when I saw her a week or so later, yellow and green, black and blue marks from this. And she wrote that down, and that was a situation that became a problem, because when elderly start to fall down, the time comes that they started, beginning of the end. And my father also had cataract surgery, and he lost his vision to double vision, so he couldn't be he couldn't drive. So they were losing their independence and so forth. And my mother had a brother who had Alzheimer's, and my father had a sister who had Alzheimer's. They were both in nursing homes. My mother had a second sister who also had Alzheimer's. And they put you in a bed, they put catheters into you, they rip your teeth out to try to keep you, the whole 9 yards. So this is in the back of my mind.
So you didn't want to see them deteriorate and go through that. Did you?
And I'll mention, the police know about my sister and having to see my sister die from cancer. I was 16, she was 14. Go through 9 months or so of, the agony of cancer patients.
So did you kill your parents as a mercy killing to put them out of their misery? You can be honest with us.
I know. I'll leave that for the statement that I put on your website.
The statement doesn't mention that.
I know,
The statement does not mention that.
Right.
I want to hear from you.
Yeah.
What did you do to your parents?
I buried them in their property.
You buried them in the backyard of that house in Albany.
Right.
At what point did they become deceased?
I need to see a calendar sometime August 2017.
And did they die at your hand? That's the question.
Right. I'll have to leave it for that statement.
But that's not in the statement. And I think it's important for people to know what happened to your parents.
Right.
They were your parents. You loved them. They were deteriorating. What did you do?
I will.
Don't tell me you're going to leave it to the statement because it's not in the statement.
I know.
What did you do to your parents?
My goal is for the American people to recognize that there's 40 million boomers. They're all going to go through the same kind of problems. It affects all of us, and we need to widen up the law so that people can deal with these kind of problems in a humane way, in a whatever way that people can deal with. And I did my duty to my parents.
So you ended their lives.
I won't.
You're saying that without actually saying that word. I want to hear you say that word. You ended their lives.
I have to
give them mercy. You're saying.
I have to plead my Fifth Amendment rights until I can disclose it with my statement there.
Did you have any concern that whatever you did was wrong?
I would never have done such a thing if I ever did it, knowing it's wrong.
Okay.
So you believe what you did was right. You believe taking your parents' lives was the right thing to do for their sake.
If I did it, absolutely that.
But you did do it. You're saying to us that you did it.
There's a statement there that we'll deal with more later, if you want to know.
Lawrence, I appreciate that, and we'll talk about your statement, but show me where in this statement it says that you killed your parents. It doesn't. It doesn't talk about the fate of your parents here. You keep talking about the statement answering my question, but the statement does not answer my question. It's the question people want to know. And I think they need to hear it from you.
Yes, there's time for that.
And I think now's the time. Did you kill your parents to put them out of their misery?
My concern for their misery was paramount. It was a huge burden to have to face this coming up.
Okay.
This is a horrible situation.
Sure. So you alleviated that burden.
You're a good questioner.
Yeah, you're a very good questioner.
I have to protect my Fifth Amendment rights on this until the right time.
I'm not an attorney. I'm not an officer of the law. You don't have to say that to me.
Yes, but I mean, whatever I say here is going to be held against me elsewhere. Right?
Of course, but you probably answer to a higher authority anyway in the long run. So I think you can tell us what happened. Did you kill your parents together at the same time in the same place? What method did you use?
All that kind of stuff I would answer later with that deal with the American people. But I'm not going to speak about such things like that.
But you have a chance to tell the American people right now.
I want their feedback on my statement. Then I can believe that I can tell the truth uninhibited.
You don't think you're going to get better feedback if you're honest with them? And tell us what happened?
I put things in the right order that have to be in the right order. But it's very important that insofar as exculpatory material, the police have that statement from my mother regarding what happened to her, crossing the street at Wolf Road, falling down, And she also had a problem with, she mentioned she was getting lines in her eyes for some reason. And there was I don't know what that would be.
That was the prelude that helped set things in motion. You're saying that started your parents' downhill trend health-wise.
Yes, but also the letter from her to me said, "Do something," or this is you need to know this in a way that was.
Your parents asked you to kill them, or to take their lives in a merciful fashion.
I think they want me to take responsibility for things.
They asked you to take their lives, to do what they couldn't do?
Implicitly, but not explicitly.
So you were just granting their wishes?
My mother, after my sister died, my mother would give me these do not resuscitate things every few months. She wanted to die, given her grief for my sister, her daughter.
And you love your parents and you wanted to honor their wishes.
Okay, let's give it a stop right here. Thank you, Kay Schmidt, for the 5 excited utterance memberships. You are so sweet the way you pop in and give the gifts out. That's so nice of you. Love you muchly. Hi to Defense Rest. How are you going? It says it looks like he has one of those wire scouter things for hair. People have said he looks like Benjamin Franklin. Quite a lot, actually. Like he's cosplaying as Benjamin Franklin. Guys, how good is this interviewer? He's not doing like the read technique or anything like that. He's not like, I'm sure you're a great person and someone else has said this about you, someone else said that about you. He's just asking over and over again in lots of different ways the same question. But you did, really. I mean, come on now. But this guy, like Lawrence, his name is, he wants to tell him. Like he's come in there and he's asked for an interview. Now he's also spoken about this statement that he's given, and to put up on the website, right? Now I'll show you the statement afterwards. The statement is nothing to do with the deaths of his parents. Nothing. It's a rambling political statement about Donald Trump not being fit for office and Elon Musk's son being right that Donald Trump didn't really win the election, and just absolute ramble, right? So it's 4 pages of ramble. Nothing to do at all with the deaths of his parents. So he keeps referring back to that statement. Nothing to do with it. So anyway, let's keep going. Oh, one more thing. Thank you for the super chat, David. $4.99. Hella Half Irish says, I'm allowed to make fun of you if I do it in super chat form. Yeah, $20 plus, David. Sure. And thanks for the super chat. Let's keep going.
You know, there's something special about our family that we can somehow read each other's minds. And so being things explicit isn't necessarily, you know, I could complete my grandmother's sentences for her and she would say, well, you know, so, I mean, the context of all this became to bear on me.
Did one parent, did your mom or your dad more so than the other, ask you to take their lives?
They didn't explicitly say that, but they made it clear that they were going downhill.
When it actually happened, when your parents died, did they know what was happening to them?
Oh, yeah.
And they knew it was at your hand?
Well, yes, no one else's.
Right. So they realized what you were doing to them as it happened.
Yes.
They knew that this was it for them, that they were perishing at your hand.
Yes.
Oh.
And it was so quick.
How did you do it?
Yeah, I can't talk about that.
Well, you've just told us that
Right.
it was at your hand.
Right.
Were there drugs involved?
No,
Was
no.
there a suffocation? You suffocated them? You suffocated your parents.
Bam!
Yeah,
That was the best way to take their lives, through suffocation.
basically.
Which parent did you suffocate first?
My father, and after he died, my mother put her head on his chest, and she was there for a few hours, and then I finished her.
And then what did you do? Did you bury them immediately?
No. I didn't know what to do after that. I was thinking what to do. And it took me several days to realize I can't do this, I can't do that. Just bury them on the property, and it was wide open sunlight. I remember my sister, she received either a gift of a lamb or a lamb was given to her upon her funeral But that lamb showed up, and I put it on my mother's grave. And the police must have that now, too.
You call it a grave? You bury them in the backyard, you see it as a grave?
Well, I bury them, and I put a thing around my mother's grave, and and I planted a peach tree next to her, and I put that there.
What did you think as you were doing it? As you were taking their lives? What was going through your head?
Not thoughts, action. Make sure it's done, and not fool around, not make a mistake. But I'm sure the police are going to say what an incompetent idiot I am on that. But
Did they both pass away peacefully? Did they struggle as you did it?
I would say the last minute, no.
The last minute, no.
But they're I think my father died very quickly, surprisingly quickly. That shocked me. And then, the part with my mother, that went quickly too.
Did you realize what you were doing, as righteous as you may have thought it was illegal? And
Oh yeah.
you knew you were breaking the law. You knew you were.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We have to squeeze the law to fit the humans, not us, the humans to fit the law. And we have 40 million boomers. They're all going to suffer a horrible death, typically. My mother always if somebody died in their home, she would say, great, the person died with their boots on, instead of going to a hospital and going through a meat processing factory kind of thing. So they were both children of World War II. My mother was born in 42. She was a toddler. She told me she would follow funerals behind the horse and wagon. This is the kind of world she grew up in. My father was at age 12 in a communist concentration camp for 3 years. So they had very serious lives, given the globe, genocidal British geopolitics, as I call it. And so they were not fooling around on things. They were serious people.
When you were doing this, did you think about the financial ramifications?
Wait. They're not boomers. They're the silent generation. They're the generation before boomers. You got your generations mixed up, dude. Not that it's okay to just put to sleep a whole generation because, I don't know, oh God. Come back. Where'd he go? Dali was here. Did Dali decide to end it all? Oh, man. So yeah, his mom was born in 41. That's not a boomer. That's the generation before. Where did Dali go? Oh, there he is. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me.
So it's a me problem. I'll be right back.
It's a you problem. Okay, bye. All right. He isn't with it at all, so he is bound to get it wrong. Boomers 1947 and up. Right. You're silent generation now, at least. Okay, let's keep going.
The fact that you would continue to take their government money?
Once that happens, then what do you do? The government is pissed because I took the Social Security money and gave it to people who are starving in the Philippines.
Oh.
Okay, then. Be angry about that. But the police know all the money that I have went to people to help them. Thousands of dollars. I gave almost, not all of it away because there was still a lot left. But I gave away, I didn't play with the money, I gave it away. I didn't enrich myself.
Does that justify what you did?
No, but this is not a kill for money case, is important to say. It's, in fact, I was helping people before that just fine. So it didn't, the issue of taking my parents' money for other purposes related to that doesn't fit. That's why the police, they had a theory going with which we talked about on Tuesday, and they wanted to try to say that this was taking their money to give away to other people, but it was that the other part is the primary situation.
Someone called that blood money.
Right, and I was giving it away.
But it's still blood money.
Well, if you kill to take somebody's money away, that's blood money. But if you what was I supposed to do with this money? Again, I couldn't tell anyone.
What are you gonna do?
The government needs to have an office where you can say, this is something that happened, and here's how it happens. And they need to deal with these kind of problems in an open way. Everything in this country is hidden away. And this is a societal crisis. Again, 40 million people are going to deal with this, and maybe a multiple of that given their friends and family. So it's a reality of human experience. And I just wanted to say,
I'd be a hero in Canada.
there was this
Yes.
YouTube channel called Tribe of the Fox, and they did a video called The Mannerbunde.
There's a parade there.
They explained how in the ancient times they had men who would do this for the elderly, so they wouldn't have to suffer. And of course, the ancient Greeks always believed in dying on the battlefield rather than dying, in a bag of bones, like a bag of bones. So, culturally, America is totally.
I'm just
They
European.
didn't die on a battlefield, though. It sounds like they died in their beds with a pillow over their faces.
No.
Wait
but
for this.
You could put it that way.
It wasn't a battlefield.
Well, right. It's not. The preference of people of the ancient Greeks was to die on the battlefield rather than die so infirm that you had nothing.
Was it a pillow that you used?
No.
What did you use to suffocate them?
I'm not a barbarian.
For my father, my hand, and for my mother, a rope.
So you strangled her?
Yeah, that would seem better.
It was strangulation, not suffocation?
Well, it's the same. No, denial of oxygen,
Okay.
but also blood circulation.
So you cut off the oxygen to both of them. That was your method.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that this has come to light and the police started investigating, and do you have any regrets?
I did the right thing for them based on the situation. I did my duty to them as a son, and that's everything fell into place. I don't know how it happened that it all fell into place, but it did. And so no, I don't have. It's a horrible situation to be in. One does one's duty, and one is done. The issue of regrets. I can't say this. It's a regrettable experience, a regrettable situation.
Regrettable.
And of course, life is horrible. It has horrible moments in life.
Yeah.
But that's that.
You'd be
I just
lucky
want to make
to
sure I
have a
have it
son
correct,
like
'cause I'm a
me.
journalist and facts are important. You used your hand, a single hand to kill your father?
Right.
Putting it over his
No.
nose and you choked him. Okay.
Yeah.
And you did the same with your mother, but with a rope. You choked her with
No. Just a rope.
Right. I'm sorry, but I meant you choked her with a rope though instead of your hand.
Right.
Okay.
And was tired.
Are you on any medications today?
No. Well, no.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Is your mind clear and
I'm just a little sleepy, and I'm trying to keep my eyes open, but that's okay.
okay, but you have no mental disabilities that are affecting what you're saying?
No
here
reason to
today?
get not guilty by reason of
You're confident in
insanity.
what you said and clear of
Yeah.
mind as you say all this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would appreciate. I hope that you could put this on YouTube, the whole thing.
Oh,
I'm
we
sure
will.
We'll put this on. And are you ready to face the consequences now
No,
with the police and the authorities?
Yes, but I would like the American people to also read my statement so that everybody can have something to appeal to on this.
What?
I know my statement is I'm not really concerned about the police or the courts or anything. There's something much bigger in life, and we have to deal with the big things in life.
Okay. But again, just to be certain, in 2017, you took your father's life.
Correct.
And then moments later, or a short time later, you took your mother's life on that same day.
Right. But, well, see, that's the thing. It was late at night, and
She just turned to be like,
late
"Hi,
evening
Jerry."
on one day into early morning next.
So within hours of each other.
Right.
What did you do between the taking of your father's life and the taking of your mother's life?
Made some breakfast.
I'm trying
Looked
to
at some
remember.
porn.
There was, yeah, I don't remember.
Did you sit with your mother? Were the three of you together in one
Well,
room?
before they died, my father was here, my mother was
Logged
here.
into Feet
and,
Finder.
I told them what happened to me and my sister after
Looks
she
like a
died.
feet guy.
And my sister died in the house too, because when she died from the cancer.
Good times.
But she died in May of 1988, and then
88.
in that fall was I was doing my 11th grade now then, and there was I had to do a paper in a big test, so I did an overnighter to do that test, and then tried to do a second overnighter to finish that paper or something, and I crawled into bed at like 2:45 in the morning, and sometime then after, I popped out of my body, and
What?
I started floating up to the ceiling. I saw the nooks and crannies, and I acknowledged that the nooks and crannies of the ceiling, and then the whole world disappeared, and I was in this big black void, and I was
Realized we got to get rid of this
was rushing by,
popcorn
and then
ceiling.
I saw my sister in a
Is that
in
asbestos?
a doorway in profile. Anyhow, after that, it was like a near-death experience kind of thing. And
Except I wasn't
So I
dead
told my
or
parents
near
about
death.
that experience, and I told them, find.
He
go
was
find
near
Rosa.
someone who was
My sister's
dying.
name was Rosa.
So he was near death
so,
experience.
My father just died quickly, so quickly. And I told him, find Rosa, and that's that.
And then again, just take me through after your mother died, how long was it before you buried them? Approximately.
2 or 3 days, actually.
So your parents' deceased bodies were in your house with you for 2 or 3 days.
Right.
And then you decided you had to do something to cover up your crimes or to properly bury them and send them on their way?
Right. I mean, I needed to. Yeah. I mean, basically, I had to bury them.
Was the burial to cover up your crime? You didn't want to be found out.
Right. Of course. I mean, what to do? So again, the thing to do just occurred to me. Oh, she can fit here and he can fit there, and then just do it. And it was done. And that's that.
Have you lived with fear of being found out all these years?
I struggle to do other things with my life to try to make something great out of it, because if that's what I know, that they would not want me to rot away to death in prison over this. And I have a duty to everyone to make the best out of my life, and in the end, do what's best for the people of Germany. Really, I call it being a Vogue saver. It took me years to understand all this, but
Germany?
I learned a lot in the last 8 years that I never knew before, and I learned self-educated in so many ways. So I did not. The issue of being caught is. I was able to buy time to solve huge problems. And that's worth it in many ways.
He's a humanitarian. Okay, so just stopping for a little bit to recap. It's been 8 years, right? So it was 2017 August
Jeez.
2017 when this actually happened. So he's gotten away with it all this time. So you may wonder why no one's noticed that good old mum and dad have just disappeared all this time, and also why it's gotten to a point where he suddenly has walked into a news station and gone, "Hey, I really would like to chat to your anchor over there." All of a sudden, the cops have started to investigate a social security fraud, right?
Mm.
So he's been collecting their checks all this time, and no one's seen or heard from these two people for 8 years, right? And they start to finally investigate it a few months ago, right? And do a wellness check to see what's going on with these two people. And the neighbors are like, "Yeah, we haven't seen him in ages." I don't know what's going on. I said, "Oh, yeah, his son comes by every now and again in order to check on the house, do some maintenance and stuff. But yeah, don't know where they are." And this has all come to a head in the last week or so when they've actually started to look at the property, like do a search warrant and stuff like that. And so he's starting to go, "Okay, now I'm in trouble." And he's gone down to the local news place, right? So he's not caught yet, but he knows he's about to get caught. But yeah, 8 years. And I'm going to read out super chat because he did pay the right amount of money. Is it just me, or does Hella look like Skeleton's girlfriend doing the walk of shame? I don't know. Is it just you, or do other people think I look gorgeous today? I think it's just you. But thank you for the 1999 super chat, David. Do your worst. I ain't cheap like Dali. Dali
No,
will take your insults for $4.99.
I will. I'm
Yeah,
a cheap date.
you are a very cheap date, indeed. Yeah, officer out the back, defense rest says, "Oh, I think that they're waiting. I think they know what's going on." And we will follow up on this. There is a follow-up, guys. There is a follow-up, and it's even better than this. So stay tuned.
To the American people, to me, and to them, to their legacy, to their,
Do you think people are going to accept this rationale
they probably won't.
and feel for you?
What they need to feel is for their own parents. They're going to face the same problems, and they're going to have to find solutions ahead of time, or else they're going to end up like me. That's the reality.
Are you telling other people that when their parents start ailing, they should take their lives?
They have a duty to their parents to bring them comfort at the end of life when they believe they need to.
But again, just to be clear, you took both your parents' lives.
Yes.
And you realize that you're probably going to face the criminal consequences.
Oh, of course.
I mean, you're probably going to be arrested and
Well,
charged. And
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they're going to. It's a process. You have to go through the process. How it will come out at the end, I don't know. But to influence that process, I would beg the American people to read that statement.
all right, Lawrence, thank you for being with us.
Oh, I appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Uh,
You good, guys? You good, Stone? I think we covered all the bases. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to say? Why did you write that?
What?
I'll call you.
Jesus Christ.
A statement to the American people. Is that what I wrote? That's what you wrote down?
I wrote statement to the public because you said that.
Yeah.
You said that to me.
Right. Yeah. A statement to the public. What was the other option to call it?
Manifesto.
Not a manifesto.
No, Tina Fest.
Not a manifesto.
It is a bit rambling, a bit hard to follow.
Right. That's why I say I need more conversation over this.
But do you think people are going to want to talk about this or the fact that you took your parents' lives?
Right, they're going to talk about that. That's what they want to know. It's just reality. So, I mean, they'll, it's a horrible situation to be in. Many other people are going to face it.
But are other people going to take the same actions you took?
Probably not, because they don't have the same kind of sense of duty to their parents as I did.
Yes, I'm a
duty
shitty
is
son.
I owe it to you to do it, as opposed to right and wrong, the law, etc. These are different ways of being. And of course, the law in this country does not allow for this way of being.
But are you truly confident that's what your parents wanted?
I know my parents are harsh in certain situations. And if my mother could see where she was going, she would never want that.
But you said they didn't expressly ask to be killed.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you sure you did what they wanted to be done?
I think that they would have increasingly would have wanted me to help them if their situation got any worse.
So that day in what you think was August of 2017, what made that day the day?
I think it was a colder evening and the windows were closed. So it was not a, it was just no noise or something like that.
So you were safe from detection? Is that what
Right,
you're
of
saying?
course. Because it was a summer, right? It's usually hot and windows are open, but it was kind of cold that period.
What?
So because it was a little chillier that night, you decided to take your parents' lives.
That note she gave me was sometime in May or June, I think. When she said she fell, it was May or June or something like that. So it has been, my father already told me he has double vision. He had a hearing aid. He couldn't hear anymore. His eyes were going. He couldn't drive.
Oh.
My mother, I knew, was not using her turn signals properly. So they were losing their independence.
Pause.
And even awareness of the world.
I'm just saying, in Arizona, we get a lot of snowbirds that don't use their turn signal. So I kind of sympathize with him there wanting to kill his parents because of that. I'm just saying, it's not an excuse, but I'm sympathetic because they're really annoying.
What the fuck? She wasn't using her turn signal properly, so it was time.
Yeah, it was cold that day. Windows were
It was-
closed. Didn't use her turn signal on the way home from Basha's. I guess I'll
really
go ahead.
Struggling to drive.
I'll go ahead and use a rope.
Also, on the note, was his mum saying she fell? Okay, so I don't know anything about the note. I haven't seen the note, but anyone who's followed the Jensen case will know that any note, even a note saying "please kill me now," won't be admissible because it is words from somebody who's not available to be cross-examined, right? So
well, the defense would object to it.
the state would object to it.
Yeah, the state wouldn't. The state would not want to bring that in, and the defense would not be able to.
Yeah. So good luck with that. But that's not what he's even saying. He's saying that his mother said that she fell. So my
And
mum
if
can't
he
just
wrote
send me a
the note,
no.
then the
Is he
state could
saying
bring it in.
if he wrote it? But he's saying
Yeah.
that she wrote him a letter, right? So it like if my mum wrote me a text message or a letter saying that she had a fall, I can't then put her out of her misery months later. This is ridiculous. And for people watching on replay who are going to get in my comments saying, "How are you laughing about this?" Like, fuck off! Like, this is so stupid.
Because of
She's Australian, that's why.
Most people, I think I'm safe in saying, would not take their parents' life because they couldn't use their turn signals properly.
That's a very good point, but again, it's not just that. It's one marker
She was
of
also
decline.
driving 20.
And again, she had a brother and a sister who were going through Alzheimer's. By then, one died, and her brother was going to die, and maybe 2 years later, and he was in a terrible situation. So, the other aunt of mine was I think even in an even worse situation because of Alzheimer's. But I never visited her because I I mean, women tend to want to be remembered for their beauty when they're young.
Hear
So
that
I
gunk on her
didn't
lip.
visit her for that reason, but I also never knew enough to visit where she was or anything like that.
But again, you feel like it was your role to, I mean, some might call it playing God, deciding on their lives. It was fair for you to do that?
If the decision is going to be made, it's going to be a plain God decision. And truly, we lived through this COVID thing. Cuomo
Well, you did.
is, there's probable cause to arrest Andrew Cuomo for thousands of deaths because
Pause.
it's on the record that he.
I don't want to pause too much, but yes.
I know. Andrew Cuomo killed grandmothers, so it's okay for me to kill grandmothers too.
But that was after.
Yeah, well, that's the same rationale. Because the governor of New York allowed old people to die, I'm going to kill my parents.
He needed
Sorry.
the money to help out the Philippines.
Sorry, when he brought up
You have to see the manifesto, which he doesn't call a manifesto. And I will show you it briefly after this because it's 4 pages of ramble and I don't want to read the whole thing. It would just
it's not
fry
like
all your brains.
Yeah, it's not like a 495-page manifesto.
No, it's not that. But it's pretty bad. Also, he lived through COVID, not his parents, because, he killed them by then. Also, I will read your super chats now, David.
Oh,
and thank you. Helen knows the game. Sometimes you got to pay a little extra to get a kiss between the cheeks. Oh, you mean there? Well, thank you. And thank you for the 19.99 super chat, David. See, this is working out well, isn't it, Ilya? See how you don't give yourself away for cheap? You get all these lovely super chats for $19.99. Free. Yeah. Now that's $9.99, so it better be a compliment.
Kind of.
Oh, Hella is what you ordered, and Sal is what is delivered. Oh, it's an insult to you, so that's fine.
Okay, thank you, David.
I'll take $10 for insults to Sal. That's fine. But it has to be $10, right? So, like, I won't even lower my rate to his for insults for Dali, Ilya, Satchel. Thank you for all of the support, David. We love you. Love you. Any pins to the manifesto? Fuck, I hope not.
This guy looks like he has a few.
Is there a link to the manifesto? Oh, yes, there is. I'll put it in there in a minute. Hang a sec.
Sent people into nursing homes for a certain reason, and there was reports that people died as a consequence. So that's probable cause. But
Andrew Cuomo did not put his hand around someone's neck. Andrew Cuomo did not put a rope around someone's neck.
He would be culpable of criminally negligent homicide. I think that's.
So what are you guilty of? Are you guilty of murder?
You could say age-related homicide or something like that, but it's not in the law.
No,
but it should be. Somehow it should be, and maybe it will be, and maybe if it's accepted at some point, because there's 40 million people, they'll want it to be accepted. This will blow over, and I'm willing to make restitution to the family. That's why I mentioned that other type of legal system.
And Lawrence, this is not going to blow over.
I know.
You killed your parents.
There is that situation, but to me, it's not very important. It's politics is subject to change. Everything is negotiable. Donald Trump has proven that everything is negotiable in this country. And if you have a good idea and you can help people, you can get a better outcome.
Did you ever kill anyone else?
No way.
Did you ever commit physical harm to anyone else?
No.
This was it. Just your mother and your father.
Yep.
Hang on, let me think.
Someone else in your family ever suffered at your hand?
No.
Okay. Just wanted to check.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Lawrence.
Lawrence, can I ask you a question?
What was
One of
that?
the neighbors told us on the scene that your parents were under the impression that you were going to take them on a trip. Did you tell them that you were going to take them on a trip before you killed them?
No, but I asked my mother if she wanted to go with me for a ride to
a farm.
Grafton Park. We'd like to go there.
I think they told people that they were possibly moving to Germany.
That's what I said.
You said that?
Yeah.
You said that to people, not your parents.
Right.
So that was your,
People,
that was your,
people ask me, where are my parents? I tell them, because my mother's from Germany, and my father was born in Yugoslavia, and then after they could escape communism, they went to Germany, and then my father came to this country, and then my mother in the 50s.
but there were neighbors who said that they had been told by your parents, oh, we think we're going to move to Germany. Are they mistaken? Are the neighbors remembering that incorrectly? Or could your parents have said that?
They could have said that.
Could they have known something was coming?
Possibly.
Do you ever give them the impression that maybe you would just move them somewhere?
He did.
No, okay.
That's news to me, to be honest.
Okay, all right. I think we're done.
Okay.
Thank you, Lawrence.
I appreciate it very much.
Thank you for talking to us.
Yep, thank you. Yeah, if you can make that all available on YouTube, even on
Yeah,
our
if you
private
could.
website for me, so that I can have it
Trust
on
me,
record.
it will be available.
Okay, I appreciate
Okay,
it.
thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Okay. So not that. Guys, next. What happened next? Well, more from this story. Hang on. There we go.
Thank you for seeing us again, Lawrence. Since
The very next day. How good is this?
I don't know, Justin. Is he in jail yet?
How good is this? Oh man. What a loony. All right, let's go. This is actually better. This is only 7 minutes and I enjoyed this more.
Kind of reminds me of the penguin from Batman.
Yeah.
you told me yesterday that you killed your parents, do you feel a sense of relief today about that?
Not any extra relief. No, not at all.
The world knows what happened now? That doesn't.
I mean, that does help. I'm glad that people know about my statement. That's important to me.
But I think people out there care about your parents and what happened to them.
Yes.
Can we just go through that again very quickly? That night that you decided to take their lives, did you know that day, the day before, when did you know that was the time to do this?
My father laid back and
No, Nick.
was ready. He knew. I just want to say a message that there's a legal defense type of thing, and then there's a political defense. And the most important law in this country is New York State ratification law, which says that the people have the power to reassume the powers of government whensoever it is necessary to their happiness. And one of my goals was to create a board of trustees for New York State. And to create that initial trustee, someone needs to know what to do. So I'm making the claim that I'm the initial trustee of the New York State Board of Trustees, and they would have prosecutorial immunity.
What?
And so I appeal to that as having prosecutorial immunity for this case.
It's pretty much a certainty that's not going to happen. You also talked about wanting to be tried under German law.
Well, the ancient German law, yes.
Is that still something you're looking for?
I would ask for it. There's nothing wrong with asking. I mean, you never know if you'll get a yes. You can get a yes. And
not trial
this
by
country is
combat.
Unstable right now. You don't know what could break up. And I do think the country should break up into pieces to make it better for everyone. Even the Washington Post suggested that.
The court of public opinion seems to say that they're not happy with what they heard from you yesterday, that they think it was a cold-blooded crime. Do you understand people thinking that way?
I'm glad you gave me that feedback.
Thanks.
We all are getting old. We're all going to need help, and we're all going to have to decide how to deal with these kinds of problems. And with 40 million boomers getting into that stage of life,
40 million boomers.
they need their options open, and their families need their options open.
But who are you to decide, other than being their son? But is that decision up to you? Can you play God?
You can do your duty to your parents as they
Oh my God.
give you feedback, information, etc. And so it's really not a decision of God. It's whether it's a matter of what kind of lives are you trying to give your parents under grave circumstances that are becoming if somebody falls and then ends up in the hospital, they're in like a machine that will just process them along, and you will have no way to recapture control, to get control of your own life again.
But they weren't in a hospital. They weren't hooked up to a machine. Their lifeline was you, and you snuffed out their lives.
You have to understand that the end was coming, and the world starts to go. You have to decide when your time is up.
But did they decide, or did you decide?
They were giving me hints to this, in fact.
And a hint's enough to go and decide to take a life?
It was information like a plea that this is the beginning of the end for them.
Well, it was the end for them because you made it the end for them.
Yeah, well, there.
I'll have to keep. I think.
What can you tell us
There's
about
a
your
lawyer
parents?
over
What kind of
there.
people were they, your mother and your father?
Okay, what I find really interesting, right, is there's a lawyer over there, and he's not doing much, right? Like, but I mean, clearly this dude's already incriminated himself so far. He's not much he can do, but he's just letting him chat. There's very little he's doing to interject at all. So I hope this lawyer disappears. I hope that this dude goes pro se. That'd be fantastic.
My father was more. My mother said, do whatever you want as long as you do good in school, and so I sort of measured myself as, is what I'm doing good for school or not, and usually that kept me on track to being doing good in school. And my father was not so much important. Sometimes he would say, "Oh, you don't have to take that test." Or,
Were you not as close with your father?
I was close with them in different ways. But I wouldn't say that I was not as close with my father. I always felt closer to my father, I think.
Why did you decide to kill your father first?
Yeah, I can't talk about that.
Okay. That's where it stops.
Advice of the lawyer.
After you took their lives, it's been 8 years. What have you been doing in those 8 years?
Trying to make good on their lives by trying to, I tried to start a vote saver philosophy, which never existed before. And I think it's very important to civilization to try to start a new civilization, to recultivate the German people, because after World War II, they were totally wiped out culturally by the United States. Everything was destroyed, and then they were basically Americanized. But I understood that the essence of German culture is folk teleology, which is a philosophical term.
Don't you think your parents might have rather continued to live as opposed to you helping German culture?
My parents always believed in doing their duty. My mother always said, I do this out of duty to you. It's not as concerned with love and life as you might think it is.
Was it a loving relationship you had with your parents?
Not in a loving. I wouldn't characterize it as loving the way you might say it in America. It was harsh.
It was harsh.
Oh yeah, as a kid, it was very harsh.
So was any of the decision to take their lives in retribution for that? That the fact that you had a harsh upbringing?
No. Okay, sorry.
Sorry, yeah, okay, I'll just stop now. That's actually a really good point that you make, John. He doesn't seem to realize what he did was wrong. You're muted, Dolly.
No.
Yeah. And if that's the case, he could actually be insane. He could potentially plead not guilty by reason of insanity if he was at that same mental state back 8 years ago as well. Right? So that is the standard, correct? Like, you have to be so mentally impaired that you don't understand that what you're doing is wrong. The difference
But he's
between
also
right and wrong.
saying that society recognizes it was wrong.
That's
Currently.
correct. Like,
But society could change in the
yeah.
future.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, in the last interview, he was asked whether he knew that it was a crime,
Yeah.
and he said yes. And he would go to jail, and he said yes, but I'm not really concerned about that. So I suppose that fucks him.
Yeah.
But on a deeper level, he seems to not really understand that he was doing the wrong thing. I also question whether, like, he's not Mirandized or anything like that. Like, how, like, will
Well,
it
that's
be
only
allowed
for
in a trial?
police interrogations.
That's true. That's
So
true.
this
I suppose
guy's
it will
not
be
a
allowed
police
in.
officer, even though he's good enough to be one. But
He really is.
I mean, they should just have him do their job for him and get around
pretty
Miranda
much.
that way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Imagine that.
They should hire someone that's not with the police.
That's just a really smart idea. Yeah. So, like, you have nothing to do with the cops. Let's just get you to interview people. That way you don't have to Mirandize them.
Yeah.
And also, interestingly, when I first saw this, I was like, God, Americans will do anything to get on TV.
Yeah.
Right? Like anything. It's like the whole Jerry Springer thing. It's like, I will just admit to fucking anything.
As hell is on
denigrate
TV
myself.
right now, streaming.
Yeah, this is the same thing. Like, he couldn't resist his last chance to get himself on TV and tell his side. And then he's like, oh, please put it on YouTube. You know.
Should have said Rumble.
Exactly. Right, okay, guys. Couple more things quickly. This is a couple days beforehand, not much longer. So this is 6 days ago. This is what led to him walking into the not police station. It feels like a police station. Walking into the studio.
Good evening. Tonight, a large-scale investigation unfolding right now in an Albany neighborhood. The Albany County District Attorney Lee Kinlan tells CBS 6 News the investigation has taken a turn in the last 24 hours. CBS 6's Brianna Sapardi is live at the scene right now on Crestwood Court in Albany. Bree, what have you learned?
Well, Greg, authorities are still being very tight-lipped about what's going on at this home. You can see that they've set up a command center right in front of the home here. The heavy police presence started yesterday with a search warrant. Officials say it's tied to suspected financial crimes, but officials, they have indicated to me that it could be something much bigger. Now, I've been here most of the day, and I saw excavators dig up the backyard, and video I obtained shows them appearing to have found something. They were seen taking pictures of something that they unearthed, but what remains a mystery. What exactly are you guys hoping to find back there or looking to find? Can you provide any indication to that?
As a human being, I'm hoping to find nothing. But as the district attorney and as the lead law enforcement officer in the county, well, I'm not sure that that's going to be the case.
Whoa. Excavation crews and investigators zeroing in on the backyard of this home on Crestwood Court in Albany. The home now part of a sprawling investigation. It all started with a search warrant on Tuesday tied to a financial crime probe. I know this is a financial crimes investigation you guys have been calling. So what kind of investigation is it now?
It remains primarily a financial crimes investigation. Certainly any evidence we may have uncovered over the past 24 hours is only making that case better.
Wait. Did you see that guy in the window? Look.
Better.
Property records show the home belonged.
Crimes investigation. Certainly any.
I did it.
Look. You see him?
Hey.
Isn't that him? Doesn't look like a cop. Is he even out in the house?
Probably just a neighbor.
Maybe. Yeah, it could just be like a granny or something across the road.
Evidence we may have uncovered over the past 24 hours is only making that case better.
Property records show the home belongs to Franz and Teresa Kraus, but neighbors say the elderly couple hasn't been seen in years.
It was just that they were here one day and then gone, which was tough.
The last time I saw them was 8, maybe 9 years ago. And Franz told me, well, we're going to go away, but we'll be back. They disappeared.
Neighbors say their son still comes and goes to take care of the property.
To say whether or not she left the country, those records are pretty extensive. What we've uncovered, I really can't disclose at this time.
All day Wednesday, investigators were seen going in and out of the home, carrying out potential evidence before moving their attention to the backyard, capturing photos of what they found beneath the surface. But authorities are not saying what.
We'll update the public as soon as we can with more, but right now we can't say too much.
Look like him.
The DA would not say whether or not they believe the couple is dead or alive. We know that one person was taken in for questioning, but no arrests have been made. I reached out to Albany Police, the agency leading this investigation, for an update on their end and what they found in the backyard, but all they could tell me is that the investigation is ongoing. Reporting live in Albany tonight, Brianna Supardi, CBS 6 News.
So again, this man, right?
So, right. That happened. Then fast forward past the interview that you just saw. And also past this is him outside the news station. You can see on the video screen behind dude who did the interview. There's him outside the news station about to get arrested. And then he goes to get arraigned, right? And here's the story about that.
Here, Lawrence Krauss arrested outside of our studios yesterday. You can see the police putting the handcuffs on him. This is just after he confessed to us, a chilling confession that he gave to us about killing his parents 8 years ago in the city of Albany. Here's a clip from that confession. How did you do it?
Yeah, I can't talk about that.
Well, you've just told us that it was at your hand.
Right.
Were there drugs involved? Was
No.
there a suffocation? You suffocated them? You suffocated your parents.
Oopsie.
Yeah.
That was the best way to take their lives, through suffocation.
Basically.
Which parent did you suffocate first?
My father, and after he died, my mother put her head on his chest, and she was there for a few hours, and then I finished her.
We'll go to JT Fetch. He is live for us at Albany City Court. That's where he was arraigned this morning, Mr. Krauss. JT, what can you fill us in on here?
Yeah, Greg, good afternoon to you. The justice system moving swiftly in the hours since your exclusive interview with Mr. Krauss yesterday right here on CBS 6. Mr. Krauss now facing 2 counts of second-degree murder and 2 counts of concealment of a corpse. And as you said, those charges, they all stem from the deaths of his parents, Franz and Teresa Krauss, who were last seen alive in 2017. The judge today specifically mentioning the time between January 7th and September 30th of that year. This all comes after a stunning confession by Krauss himself in that exclusive interview with our Greg Floyd. Lawrence Krauss admitting to killing his parents. He was taken into custody by Albany police outside CBS 6 right after that interview. The human remains found in the backyard of the family's Crestwood Court home in Albany, believed to be those of Franz and Teresa Krauss. We do know that Lawrence Krauss wanted the public to hear his side of the story and judge him for themselves, and that is why he apparently gave that exclusive interview to us here at CBS 6. Now, in the courtroom this morning, he appeared calm and in relatively good spirits considering the nature of what's happened here. After the arraignment, we heard from both Albany County District Attorney Lee Kinlan and Krauss's public defender Rebecca Sokol.
I think the words last night spoken on Channel 6 speak for themselves, but ultimately we have to build a case not just on what he said, but physical evidence and witnesses and everything. So that's the next phase. And certainly the stuff he said to Channel 6 last night probably is going to provide some additional avenues of investigation.
I do have a lot of questions about the events that occurred yesterday afternoon, about really how that came to be. Were the police involved? A lot of questions in that front that might take me in different directions in an investigation sense. So
apparently this Rebecca Sokol is a very good public defender, and she'd want to be. Yes. Damn, I hope this is televised, because he has
It's New York. I don't think it will be.
Oh shit, it's New York, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off. Really?
I know.
That is just the biggest letdown ever.
Right?
Crap.
Again, I don't, I saw it. I saw what was supposedly provided. I'm not taking anybody's word for it at this point.
Now, this all started as a financial crimes investigation involving other agencies, including the Social Security Administration. DA Kinlan says that avenue of investigation is ongoing. But again, what we do know for sure right now is that Lawrence Krauss now faces charges including 2 counts of second-degree murder and 2 counts of concealment of a corpse. Krauss remains in custody. His next court appearance is scheduled for October 1st at 3:30 p.m. DA Kinlan says the investigation at the initial site, the home on Crestwood Court, does continue, especially given the apparent information that was revealed exclusively here on CBS 6 last night during that interview. Crestwood Court is where we find CBS 6's Quinn Alexander this afternoon, and he has more, including reaction from neighbors.
No, neighbors, let's go.
Yeah, that's right, JT. This is the house right where Franz and Theresa Krauss were buried and murdered allegedly by their son. Now, the officers are just now wrapping up. They seem to be taking stuff from the house. And I did take a look at that backyard. It seems to be completely dug up and almost completely empty. Now, I spoke to neighbors in the area. Kate Calabrese, who lives just next door, says she had an inkling that something was wrong when she didn't see the elderly couple for several years. She remembers when she was a kid, the father, Franz, would hand them mint over the fence. And she says they weren't the closest of neighbors, but no one's deserves to be treated the way that Franz and Theresa Krauss were treated by their son.
People get old. You're not God. You can't play God. And he thought he could play God. And he did. Sort of. I don't believe this is any sort of celebration of life. I believe it was murder.
Now, following the discovery of the couple and the arrest of the son, she says that the Crestwood Court will become closer together. She says the neighbors will band together to make sure that nothing happens like this in this community. And we'll continue to cover this story, and we'll have the full story later tonight. Reporting live in Albany, Quinn Alexander.
Okay, I think that might be the intern. Anyway, before we finish up, we're going to have a quick gander at the Not Manifesto.
Woohoo!
I named a foster kitten Mint. Yeah, I have some serious questions about the capability of this reporter too. Considering that he works for a station who has the amazing, I can't remember his name, dude who got the confession out of Lawrence. Not that Lawrence really was that hard to get the confession out of.
True.
But yeah, I think he came in kind of thinking he was going to say it. But it did take him maybe 6 minutes to do it. He's gay. Oh, your gaydar's going off, John. And congrats to John on his engagement and Angela on her new bubba. And that's not connected at all. Even a little bit. But I just had to mention it. And please support the channel any way you can. Give thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. All of your donations are greatly appreciated, considering I have spent $2,000 in the last 10 days on my shoulder and my tooth. So I'm so poor. I can't even feed my child or my cat.
Oh, not your cat.
Oh no, the animals are going to eat us all. Anyway, enough sob stories. Let's now look at this. Do Boom. Okay. This is his not manifesto. This is what he was referring to when he was in that interview, and he's all like, oh, but I want the American people to read this, right? Thinking it's going to make some difference to his story. Okay. Dali, you got energy to read this?
Sure.
You
Did
ain't
we
getting any
miss?
more money out of me. You didn't even read the last one. Oh, didn't I? Oh, sorry. Hang on. I know. I've been
Let me get a drink of water.
I've been trying not to get, like,
1 sec.
stop the stream too often. So that's the only reason. Is I'm not loving you or anything. This guy sounds like Hella when she is trying to explain legal theories. Just know you are not alone, Hella. Which guy? You're not talking about Lawrence, are you? Because I'm very good at explaining legal theories. I'm better than you. Kidding. I give you a run for your money, David. 1999. Thank you so much. And you've been very, very generous today. I really appreciate it, even though you're trying to mock me. But thank you for all of the support. I do appreciate it, considering, yes, I'm very poor right now and still in pain, but less pain than I was in, just slightly. Okay, let's get into it.
Oh, real quick, before we get started.
Snivels?
Snivels? Thank you.
For 10 memberships. Thank you, Snivels. That really helps because memberships are low right now, and that's my fault because I haven't been streaming enough. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you, and welcome to new members. You have always been so lovely, Snivels. Always love having you around, and just being in chat and being the awesome person that you are, and you just have been around. I think, how many months has it been? Do a membership chat whenever you feel like it and have a look. I think you've been here almost from the beginning. Much appreciated. Such a great friend. Okay, off you go, Dali.
Oh,
and John. Sal, let's read this as if you were a Portland protester. Thank you for the $5, John.
I haven't watched too many of the videos, but Sal, let's read this as if you were a Portland protester. Okay. Thank you, John. All right. So Benjamin Franklin S. guy wrote this. By this, Donald Trump repudiated his oath of office by repudiating our form of government, good sir, our Constitution and our sovereignty. Repudiation is a resignation. Elon Musk's son was right. Trump is, I think that's his daughter, sir. I think if he's referring to Elon Musk's transgender son, isn't that his daughter?
No,
So
it's his
wow.
son.
You just misgendered the poor boy, girl. How dare you? What is wrong with you? Why would you misgender him, sir?
Sir.
Her. Misgender her, sir.
Mm.
Whoopsie.
Oopsie.
I hate it when people misgender him. Her. Trump did prove that politics.
Sorry, Tracy. I did notice that you became a member when you were... No, I noticed it. Thank you, Tracy. You've been a member for 2 months.
Thank you. Trump did prove that politics is negotiable. Everything runs on money. Churches, corporations, and colleges. They will dance to Trump's tune for money, good sir. I would like to get Trump on the right track. First, he must be rehabilitated. Without that, his oath of office is void. Justice Roberts is a domestic enemy for giving the oath to Trump, knowing that he was found to be a domestic enemy in Colorado courts.
Look, we're not going to fact check this, okay? It's all bullshit.
All right, so we aren't going to. Okay, we are not fact checking this in real time.
We are not fact checking this. The dude's a loony. We've established that.
Damn it! I don't have the "I doubt it" thing here. Oh well.
No.
Take your swing.
Yeah.
Domestic enemy budgets are illegal budgets. Well, sir, we can't even pass a budget right now, so chill. And the bonds produced are illegal bonds, poisoned bonds, like the relationship with my parents. This violates securities laws for all who trade U.S. debt. We had no problem cashing those Social Security checks he sent. This is
What
why
else
you
was he
need
gonna
a.
do? That's the
This is
government's fault because everything is hidden.
I know.
Like his bodies in the backyard.
This is why you need a board of trustees to clean up this crisis. The board of trustees shall have prosecutorial immunity, which I really need. In return, I will answer all questions in this police matter. I would
That's
like
right.
to.
He's already done that
I
on television.
would like to thank the investigators for their patience and abilities, of which they did nothing because they just needed a shovel after I confessed.
Yeah.
When the public is in favor of a board of trustees for the right reason of protecting our sovereignty, the board of trustees will pay everyone in support $4,000.
Yay!
Well, oh, okay. That's a random number.
Yeah.
I am making myself useful to you for the right reasons. As long as I am innocent until proven guilty, I am fit for this office. If the public does not want a board of trustees, I would like to be prosecuted under German law. Sir, that would like the Nuremberg trials? German law, it didn't go too good for the Germans last time they were prosecuted, sweetie.
No.
We're guild law. Blacks would get a better. What? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, sir.
What?
Boy. First, you want to rebuild German culture. Now you're talking about blacks benefiting here? Oh, boy. Okay. All right. Well, okay. Blacks would get a better deal under this kind of law than British law. Yes, because German law was so good to the minorities of their country.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Muslims and Jews have their special cutouts. Okay. I recoil at the thought of being prosecuted by a German-hating regime, by a German-hating judge. Better hope they're not Jewish after this rant. My true peers are family, friends, fellow folk savers, and good Germans who understand the concept of doing one's duty and failing art school, and those who have experienced with Guild law. This might require a special law to accept, but we don't have a governor or state legislature to pass it. Every elected official has a duty to object to Rhodes Scholars and Zionists in government. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, wow.
Well, do I need permission from Netanyahu to continue? America needs a board of trustees, and I know what to do. This is why I am the initial trustee. I have paintings to sell to support the
Hey, Phil. What?
Whoa, 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 whoa. The German guy has paintings to sell to support the families.
Each painting is what?
Each painting is $454,000. Where is this German getting paintings to sell?
Maybe his mum or dad did them. I don't know.
No, Germans don't do paintings.
Don't
Remember? They fail art school. They
Oh, that's
steal
right.
paintings
Oh,
from everyone else.
okay.
The Nazis were real fond of collecting treasure.
Yeah,
Okay, this is seriously sus. This guy has hidden Nazi artwork.
Each painting is $454,000.
Now, devil's advocate here. But if his parents were Nazis, is that a mitigating factor?
No, he said his family escaped the communist regime.
Oh, yeah, but he's also German, though. And he wants to rebuild the German culture.
I don't know. This definitely needs to be investigated. Whatever. I don't know.
No, I'm just like there's a few outstanding issues here, and I'm just wondering if his parents were kind of sympathetic to the whole Nazi plight. Is roping them a mitigating factor when it comes to sentencing?
No.
Well, they're Nazis, though.
You can't kill Nazis. Even you can't kill anybody.
Well, you didn't. No, you can't. That's not. It's not a way to plead. You can't, not guilty by Nazism. But there are mitigating factors when it comes to sentencing, is all I'm saying. So
I've never heard my mum and dad were Nazis as a mitigating factor. Like, that's new.
Well, it hasn't been done recently because most of them are dead by now. But I'm just saying.
I'd love to see it argued, but
yeah,
I don't think so.
No wonder this guy wants German law.
Yeah.
We're not going to let him keep his artwork.
No. Okay, I got paintings. Who are these families he's supporting? That's what I want to know. So is he gone over to the Philippines at some point?
I thought other Nazis went to the Argentina. I didn't know they went to Philippines as well.
I'm pretty sure. I reckon he's gone on some Kentucky tour at some point, and knocked up a couple of chicks, had some babies over there, and he's sending money over there.
That could be.
Or he's being extorted. That happens. Like, dudes go over there, white dudes go over there, and they pay some prostitutes, and then prostitutes video them.
Happened to Rakeda and Hito. So why not?
I know a dude who happened to, right? And he just paid, and then he got videoed, and it got sent to him, and they extorted money from him for years.
Wow.
Anyway, please care for Annalona Arne.
I agree to profit by nothing except minimal living expenses and commissary. Please care for Annalona Arnaez and our Pinda PH and Pinobo.biz team. They can accept high-interest loans repaid on Pinobo. You will find her on Facebook, Lorenz9Cucuta@gmail.com.
Oh, they are getting contacted.
Where's my phone?
Paintings might be eBay fakes. Just ask Brian Walsh.
894. Oh, remove the comment for a sec.
What comment? Oh, sorry.
On the screen. I'm trying to get the number. 6853.
You got to call them now.
The number you have dialed has calling restrictions that have prevented the completion of your call. Announcement. The number you have dialed has calling restrictions that have prevented the completion of your call.
Damn it.
Damn. I wonder why. I guess they probably aren't accepting too many new calls at the moment.
Let's email Lorenz9Cucuta.
Yeah.
And ask about the high interest loan. No, we'll ask about the high interest loan. We'll show great interest.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is nuts. Okay, this is not the whole manifesto. There's more, but we're not going to read it all. I will. Oh, God. Oh, hang on.
Any more about German artwork?
No. This bit. Trump did prove the politics is negotiable. Everything runs on money. Churches, corporations, and colleges, they will dance to Trump's tune for money. Yeah, okay. I will put the link out again. Hang on, where is it? The link to the not manifesto. I shall post it again, and also I'll put it on our Discord. For members, if you're not a member, become a member and you can be on our Discord. So you have access to this stuff all the time, but it's also in the chat right now. Now we are going to go over to Sean's because he is streaming tomorrow. Make sure that you're here at the same time tomorrow, 7:15 p.m. after Dali's stream.
Yeah.
I'm doing a stream on Steve Gosney's lawsuit. He is suing the media. He's suing the Miami Herald and the 2 reporters who wrote articles about him last year for defamation, as he should. His career was absolutely obliterated by the libelous articles that were written about his fictional novel, Death Penalty Desires, calling it a sex novel, sadomasochistic novel, and trying to conflate the words in his novel with his own personal views. And as a result, he lost his new job with the state attorney's office in Miami-Dade very quickly. And like I said, his reputation was ruined. So I'm going to be going through that lawsuit and also the articles in question and the issues that were brought up around those articles. Yeah, there'll be time for questions and things like that. I know the case very well. I reported on it last year when he could not speak out at all. He was silenced because of the situation at the state attorney's office. It was before he was released from his contract there. And obviously because he is the plaintiff in this case and it's in process right now, he won't be able to speak on it, but obviously know a fair bit about it. So yeah, that's tomorrow, 7:15 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you're tuned in for that one. How much can you guys squat? I used to be able to squat 120 kilos, but not right now. I have a bad shoulder.
Not as much as Kurt, that's for sure.
No, he doesn't name any YouTube chatters. Yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out. This has been a fun stream considering the topic. And I will keep you updated if there's any more on Mr. Lawrence Krauss. But I think, yeah, now that you've seen it, you'll probably see a lot of his story popping up on YouTube and Twitter and stuff. It's going berserk, as you can imagine. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, we're going to pop over to Sean. Make sure you say hello, Raid, when you get there. And it's time for the song. The song.
Her name was Ella. She was an Aussie. She was a fake lawyer from the future. She got on YouTube and made some live streams. The co-host is Dolly and she dances sometimes. The words are always so loud and because she's an 803.